Okay, it just it stopped. Okay, but this is supposed to be the last part. When you get your job, get there on time. Do your job. Don't be fraternizing. And if there's nothing to do, make yourself busy to show the people who's watching you that even if there's nothing to do, I will look for something to do. Okay? It's important that you all understand. Don't go to work and be a slacker. Don't go to work and, even if you say, oh, I hate this job, oh, I hate this and I hate that. Understand this. That job can get you benefits. And if it don't get you benefits, find out if they're on the stock market and invest. Figure out if you can get benefits, how to get Aflac. Understand what you people who are already out of high school, okay? This is for you guys. If you're already out of high school and you have to have a job, or you have what you call a bad job, why don't you look that job up? See how much it's worth. You might think it's a crappy ass job. Sorry. You might think it's a bad job, but actually, it might be actually worth something for you to put a couple of pennies in. Seriously. Put your money in it. I put my money. This is to my supervisor. Mwah, 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 mwah. He told me, he was like, okay, this was when I was really young. He said, you're getting a raise, but why don't you just do this? Why don't you just put your money into the company? And I didn't pay no attention, so every time I got a raise, I told him to do the same thing, do the same thing. Well, I think when my dad passed away, a whole bunch of stuff happened around that time. Long story short is, I started getting money from my job, like $400, $500 a month. And I'm like, what's going on? Most people are like, don't you call, you gotta check, keep it. But I was trying to figure out why. And it was because I had stock, and my stock started paying me dividends. And I was like, oh, wow. I didn't know. But this is the point I'm telling you guys. There's always something small you can do, but you have to do it. Okay, so give up your cigarettes and to invest your money. Give up, buying pocketbooks or buying hair or buying jewelry, Give up something to put that money in so that you can have money working for you. Okay, and then don't look at it. Don't look for it. Don't put it in the goddamn bank. I know, bank's gonna hate me. Ooh. That's a whole nother story. See, things I be thinking. Invest where you know it's going to come back to you. Don't be doing that volatile stuff. Don't be letting the brokers tell you this, that, and the third. And just remember, you get a broker, they going to make some money off you. Okay, they make more money off you than you make on your return. So you got to watch them too. You need to see what they're being paid, as well as what you're getting back, as well as what you're having to be invested. Of course, they need to be paid, because if you're hiring them, they're going to be paid. But you should at least see that in your spreadsheet. I said it. Okay, but I think this is like 3 videos in one. I don't know how to do it, but like I said, the first ones I'm just going to throw out there. So this is some of the ones that I'm going to throw out there. And yeah, you guys can talk about my non-editing skills. You guys can talk about whatever. But the purpose of this really is to help you guys. Hopefully it helps someone. And I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. And I'll get back to you guys probably tomorrow after I see what kind of, if I get any hits or any fees or anything. And I'll just, keep going back over my book and writing down some of the things that I'm thinking, and some of the things that I want you guys to know, some of the things that I wish, I did attempt to look up some things. I looked up parent talk, school talk, and most of those things were like really teenagers discussing school and discussing peer pressure and discussing what it is. Look, school gonna be what it is. If you think you the underdog, walk in that damn school with confidence. If you got a BO problem, I hate saying it, but put some damn deodorant on and spray. It's called wash the bacteria off really well first. Scrub up them arms, the neck, all up in that area. Clean it if you got a BO problem. Sometimes you might not be able to help where you come from, and maybe you can't, or you can't afford it. The first person who come at you, be like, Why don't you be kind and go buy me some stuff and maybe I can fix the situation? How about you stop being so mean and rude and understand I'm a human and I have issues and maybe we can't afford what you can, but I'm at the same school as you. Just saying. Hey, it's rough. It's rough out there, but sometimes somebody might say something and you say something back, you might get help. Whether you want it or not, you don't have to take there and listen to their stuff. Some people, it's cultural. You're going to smell because they don't believe in this stuff, and that's okay. It really is. I'm not a fan of deodorant. I'll tell a person in a minute, why don't wear deodorant? No, she don't. She ain't worked for 14 years. Get it right. She don't eat cheese and drink milk either because it helps to bring that bacteria out too. But that's a different story. We're talking about the kids and going back to school. So, you get your confidence up and you guys try to focus on what you need to do. Sometimes, you don't make friends because somebody want to make fun. And if you one of them kids who always making fun of somebody, why don't you chill the hell out? Like, why don't this year be the year that you actually try to do something nice and kind for somebody else instead of giving them a hard damn way to go? How about that? Okay? How about if you're having a problem at your own house, you push that down if you can't find somebody to talk to and stop taking it out on somebody the hell else. And if somebody do smell or if somebody needs a little assistance, why don't you tap them on the shoulder and say, is there something I can do for you? And mean it and do it. You can't be kind to somebody, give a kind gesture to somebody once a blue. Like, damn, every time somebody got to go to school, they shouldn't have to be pushed and driven nuts because you want to be a jerk off. Like, seriously, I'm just saying. Those are some of the things. It just, sometimes the kids just, it's like, it's not even needed. You just want to do that, and who you really impressing, because the person you doing in front of, just because they laughing don't mean they not laughing and saying, he's a real J. Seriously, real, just kids, teens, whatever you are, just be kind. That's what I always tell my kids at home. Be kind to each other. Take care of one another. Just don't be mean. There's no real cause for being mean. Like, being nice and kind goes a long way. But I'll give you guys the next edition tomorrow. I'm gonna look this over and be like, I talk too much. But like I said, I talk. It is me. I'm a mom. I'm always talking. Like I said, when my kids' friends come over, I'll ask them what they're doing, what they're getting into. Did they know about CCI? These are programs you guys can get into. Go to their open house. I really do support the school who gives our kids a different way to do things. Because again, everybody's not going to learn the same. Everybody's not going to do the same. But that's my time. I think I smashed it. But just pass the message. Seriously, pass it on. Give it to someone could definitely benefit from it. Even if they can't watch it, maybe you can just give them the gist of it. Look into your school counseling. Do your school counseling. Get with the and again, it's so important that you guys understand doing this now, doing this at the beginning of the school, because you're all past it. You can't get into dual enrollment schools, or you can't do dual enrollment if you're failing. So say like you do the first semester and you fail, they won't take you the second semester because you're failing. They only take you when you're passing. So the best time to get in is the beginning of the school semester, which is coming up for a lot of you. So a lot of you got a few weeks, a lot of you probably still have a month depending on when your school goes back. But it's just something that everybody should probably look into, especially if you're probably not looking to get into college, or if you're trying to figure out what your next niche is. A lot of schools really do provide that, and it's just you the parent, you the teen, you the guardian, just need to get these kids pushing and motivated so they can do something. So it doesn't have to be desolate, and it doesn't have to be, joining the service, because that's going to be the next best thing. Everybody join the service because they do the school thing, but you get the service, you get the benefits, and then when you get out, it's not always a great shake. You know what I'm saying? So my son does want to join the Marines. It's a family thing. My dad, my husband, it's a family thing. My thing is, with that is, when you come out, you still have to have a plan. So like my son is dual enrolled, like my older 3 are all dual enrolled. But the second one, second male is going in, and I said, if you go into the service, this is what you do. So I got him squared with his auto mechanics, and then the auto mechanics can end up, you know, again, if he's keeping his mind sharp, he can end up working on their tanks, he can end up working on their planes, he can end up working on the higher level things where he gets a higher pay. And when he comes out, like I told him, you stack your cash. It's not about spending and flossing, it's about stacking. So when you come out, you got your job. You can open your own business. You know, it's not about getting your paycheck and blowing and drinking. No. Even for you guys who are in the service, this can be good for you guys. You go into the service, you send your money home, go into the service, stack your cash, and start know where you would like to be when you leave. If you need a car, go buy a car. Pay off your car. If you got to put that damn thing in storage, stick it in the damn storage if you don't want nobody driving. If you can, it is what it is. Family is what it is. If you don't have somebody you know could take care of it or what have you, put it in storage. You need a house, get your house. These are some things you can work on while you're there, so when you get out, if you're in great shape, perfect. If you're not, you have a house, you have a car, and then, you know, you take some of that money and you invest in some of the things that you're learning while you're out there. This can go a long way. Like, it boggles me how NBA players and all those big time wigs and some of the doctors that actually make great money, how they freaking broke because of the people who they trust with their money. I'm telling you, the stuff that I learned with my grandfather is freaking phenomenal. But it's like, if you guys are not focusing yourself, just because you don't know it don't mean you can't see it. And if you don't know it, it pays for you to understand it. Like, get into it, learn it, you know, and come out ahead of the game. If you're making money but have no money, if that ain't a red flag, I don't know what is. Seriously, I don't know what is. But again, you have to have good people in your background. You can't have the uncle who steals, the grandma who drinks, or the cousin who, you know, sells and all your stuff go out the window. That's just, you just messing over it. You need to get that contract with somebody who has insurance, who you know you can sue. So if you put it in somebody's hands, make sure they got some insurance, because your name should be sued after a while. Like, no, you did me wrong, you need to have insurance. Don't. That's like the people who go get their house done. How you gonna go work with that person you ain't checked their insurance? Oh, he had good credentials on this comment blog. Boo, check his insurance. Something go wrong, that's why he got insurance, so you can recoup your mistakes he done made. Just saying. But going back to the kids, pass this on. You kids, get it together. You adults, get it together. You preteens, stop being a smart ass all the time to your parents. Some of y'all, not all y'all, just some of y'all. But yeah, I'm signing off.